Hello and welcome to Cosplay Crafts and More. I'm Danielle. Today we're going to be crafting an apron that reminds me of the 1960s. But before that, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The first thing to do for any project is to gather your materials. If you would like to know what materials I'll be using and where I got them, check out the Patterns and Plans video linked above or in the description below. I have all of the materials gathered and my machine is threaded. If you don't know how to thread a sewing machine or how to make a bobbin match your thread, please watch the sewing machine walkthrough video linked above or in the description below.
The next thing is to cut the pattern and the fabric. I will be using pieces 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Since this is simply cutting the paper and the fabric, I will only show a few of the pieces that are being cut. Not all of them, as I do not think it is necessary for everything to be shown. When putting the pattern pieces on the fabric, I tend to follow my own cutting layouts, as I often run out of fabric if I don't. I will also need to remember to cut notches and mark my dots with chalk. I'll also cut out the interfacing here as well. Now I will begin sewing together the apron. Please be aware that I will not always follow the instructions, and that is okay. I will start with the pockets. To begin, I will need to apply the interfacing to piece 12, which is the pocket band, according to the manufacturer's instructions. I will pin the interfacing to the wrong side of the fabric, with the textured side facing the fabric. Then I will steam baste the sides. After that, I will cover it with a damp cloth and press in 10-second increments. Then I will press the unnotched side in ½ inch and then trim it down to1/4 inch. Next, with the right sides together, I will sew the pocket band to the pocket piece, which is piece 11. I will then press the band up, pressing the seam towards the band. Next, I will turn the band to the outside and then sew along the seam line on the unnotched side. Then I will sew around the corner of the pocket again 1/4 inch away from the previous stitching using a longer stitch. Where the band is, I will trim that to 1/4 inch as well. Next, I will turn the band to the right side and press. After that, I will turn the unnotched edge to the inside as well and press along the stitching, pulling on the E stitching to shape the curve. I will then clip the curve to eliminate any excess bulk in that area. Next, I will pin the pocket band down and sew close to the seam on the outside. After that, I will pin the ribbon over the band where the stitching is and then sew it in place. Then, on the main apron piece 10, I will sew in little tucks, making sure to press them to the center front. On the outside, I will pin the pocket piece to piece 10 and sew it in place along the unnotched edge. After that, I will base stitch the notched edge. I will have to do this twice as there are 2 pockets. Now I begin the main body of the apron. To start, I will take piece 6 and fold it in half long ways. Then I will sew the piece together, leaving one of the short ends open. After that, I will trim the seam. I will then turn this piece right side out and press it. Then I will pin the tie to the piece with the pocket and base stitch it in place where the dot is. I will do this twice as there are 2 tie pieces. Next, I will take piece 7 and fold it in half and press it, creating a beautiful crease. Then I will open this and fold the sides into the center, pressing again, creating new creases. After that, I will refold it in half and stitch close to both edges. Then I will cut this piece in half. After that, I will take the smaller pieces and pin them to the other side of the pocket pieces and baste them in place where the dots are. With the right sides together, I will sew the pocket pieces to the main front piece, which is piece 1. I will press these seams towards the front. After that, I will pin the ribbon over these seams and sew them in place. Next, I will work on the neck strap and the bottom hem. With right sides together, I will fold piece 13 in half and sew this together, leaving one side open to turn it right side out. Then I will trim the seam and clip the corners. After that, I will turn it right side out and press it. Then I will pin this to the neck edge and base stitch it in place where the dots are. Next, I will base stitch along the bottom edge at 5/8 inch and then press the hem up along those stitches. To make the hem narrow, which is prettier, I will fold the rough edge into the pressed edge and then sew the hem in place. To make it look even better here, I will remove the base stitching, which I did off camera. Finally, for some finishing touches, I will start by applying the interfacing to pieces 8 and 9, following the manufacturer's instructions. I will pin the interfacing to the wrong side of the fabric with the textured side facing the fabric. Then I will steam baste the sides. After that, I will cover it with a damp cloth and press in 10-second increments. Then I will sew these pieces together and press the seams open. After that, I will pin this piece to the apron and sew it in place. I will then trim the seam and clip the corners. Then I'll turn this inside and press it. I will also press out the necktie and the carriers. Then I will fold in 5/8 on the sides and press it. Then, folding the rough edge in, I will pin it in place and finally sew the side hem down. Here's what the final apron looks like on my dress form. If you would like to see another project, check out my next Patterns and Plans video.
Thank you so much for watching this project. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time!